We're live. We are live. Hello, hello. Okay, great. Hello, hello. Testing, 1, 2, 3, looks good.
What's up?
What's up, what's up, what's up, friends and family and
Wherever you're watching.
wherever
Or
you're
listening.
watching and listening. Today we have a special podcast. We thought we'd go live because Jeremy is flying out tomorrow on another amazing mind, body, soul adventure.
Heck yeah.
Good for you. Good for you. Taking some friends with him this time. No, we're not going to mention any names, but that's amazing. Actually, friends and clients. So that's going to be amazing to see more perspective. Not that we need it or want to know what it is, but anyway.
Yeah,
so this is.
I think we do. More perspective, the better, right?
Agree. I'm saying not that we need the validation.
Oh, yeah, no.
We don't need validation that it works, that it opens horizons and makes you a better human being. So it's going to be fascinating to see. Well,
Very excited,
we're
excited.
going to talk about how you prepare different. Well, what it is for those that didn't see podcast. Which one? 17, 18, I think.
17 part 1 before I went the first time.
Before you went the first time, and then 18 was when you got back. So this is part 3, which is his second trip, the before. So we're going to recap what is ayahuasca, 2, why you going again, what are you doing different this time, blah, blah, blah. But so this is our podcast 34 for Zero Doubt Club. We like to do just quick, update, what's new with you, other than the trip, Jeremy, what's new with you, man?
Everything's great. Really not too much new. I mean, picking up clients, I think I mentioned that the last podcast. So staying busy. We got the mirrors up, hanging out with my son on the off days. And yeah, just getting ready for this trip, really. What about you? What's new with you?
You're humble. We have a lot of new clients. Like that, it was an amazing month of February. Why do you think so? Why so many signups?
It just happens. We're given the clients at the right time when we're ready for them and when they're ready for us.
100%. Do you think it has a little bit to do with February and New Year's resolutions?
Yeah,
a
for
month
sure.
or two
That's a good
in?
point. Yeah, it's 2022. People realize that it's the beginning of a new year, and some people are just sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Right. So I think it's listening to our content. Some of them were friends. Some of them were tenants in our building of where our gym is in. I think New Year's resolutions has to do with it. I think the fact that summer and spring are coming and people want to get healthy. So I think February, March should be really busy for us, and really that key time of when people, January resolutions, you realize that you tried it, you started it, maybe went on a weekend trip or a ski trip or whatever else, and it didn't go as well, and you just need additional support and help. And anyway, so obviously it was the combination of all of it. Just do it, make that decision. But yeah, man, it's so nice to have mirrors in our other big room. The moss panels are up. I don't know if the blue tape is in the screenshot, but we're getting logos and quotes put up. Yeah, we're finishing what we started here, and looking for another expansion location, which is exciting, man.
The vision keeps on moving forward. Yes.
Good work, man.
Yeah, you too. What's new with you?
What's new with me? So much, just so much on the plate with the business and with the expansion and with My middle son wants to go to Israel next year, so figuring all that out with him, which I think is amazing. Little one's growing and awesome, and man,
Good.
just could not. Totally blessed, totally grateful.
Nice.
Everything's good, man. Everything's good.
Good. So let's jump in it then.
Let's jump in. Okay, Jeremy. So you have it's so hard to explain what ayahuasca is, especially since you've experienced it, and I know like you wanna be the encyclopedia and say it all, but just in a few minutes, what is ayahuasca?
I'll try to keep it basic. Well, ayahuasca is a psychedelic, like mushrooms, tepesquite, which I've also done 2 ceremonies, actually 3 ceremonies with, but it's a psychedelic that basically releases DMT, which is found in almost all plants. Actually, almost every single plant has DMT, and DMT is this, they call it like the spirit molecule. It's like released when we die. It's proven to be released, and it just takes you into that higher level of consciousness, which we can't see down here on Earth.
Right. So again, it's a plant.
Ayahuasca is a plant.
Ayahuasca's from
yes,
where? Like
yes.
Central America, South America.
The Amazon. It's
Amazon.
a mixture of a bee copy vine and the actual ayahuasca plant. So you're not gonna. Well, some have, but most people don't get any psychedelic benefits just from the ayahuasca plant. So it has to be mixed with the bee copy. It actually has to be boiled for, 12 to 24 hours.
Right.
And then you drink it.
I also want to preface that this is studied by every top university, right? Johns Hopkins, Harvard, everyone's studying.
The study it started in the 50s with Harvard.
Exactly.
With
exactly.
LSD.
But why?
Yeah.
But why? Because they have these incredible minds and they want to make them even better.
Yeah.
So,
originally it was brought out to help people with like depression or any sort of like high brain disease, that they found that psychedelics, LSD, were starting to rewrite these brain pathways and helping people get over, through depression.
why would someone want to rewrite their brain pathways?
Come on. Yeah.
But let's talk about
that's-
that. I think that's a big.
That's the main. I think that's the biggest. That's the
Right.
biggest thing. That's the whole reason why I'm going too. I mean, look, we have our brain. We're using, I don't know what percent of it. Most of the time, it seems like we're just using like 5% of it.
Right.
I mean, let's talk
I
about
think
just
that is the number,
let's just talk about the thoughts. Number one, we've done the research. 90% of all of our thoughts are all the same. Repetitive.
Right. Cleveland Clinic
Now-
just did a study.
Yeah.
So I think they said that we have 50 to 60,000 thoughts per day. 90% of them are repetitive.
Right.
And then 80% of those repetitive thoughts are what?
Are negative.
Are
Are negative.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so rewiring these thoughts cuts through the negativity. It's almost like you naturally become more positive by doing psychedelics.
Right.
Meditation does the same thing. It's a little bit slower of a process.
Right.
There's other ways of doing it too. Like we talk also positive self-talk and gratitude and journaling. All of that starts rewiring the brain. Psychedelics just does it times 10 or times 100.
And that's why people feel that the transformations and working on themselves is so hard, because it kind of is. It takes a while, where psychedelics amplify it, right?
For
so
sure.
Not amplify it.
Speed up the
it
process.
They speed it up. So
I heard one doctor. I heard one doctor say that it's like 10 years of therapy. One session could be 10 years of therapy.
That's amazing.
So,
But I want to talk about that for a second. So when people want to grow and they want to be more positive, that's why we always talk about that people tend to go back to what's easy for them. And what's easy for them is, I can't do it, life is hard, blah, 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 one negative thought after another. And because that's the way our brains are wired. And that's what ayahuasca helps rewire, and first and foremost, again, it does many things, but first and foremost, what's intriguing to me is the speeding up of that growth process of what I've spent, in the last year of transforming and stacking chips towards healthy behaviors and reading more about it and staying more positive and journaling and whatever else. Ayahuasca could do that in one session.
It could, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And what was intriguing to me too when I read about ayahuasca, it's anywhere from someone who wants to quit smoking or drinking, or someone who just sold their company and they're 45 years old and don't know what their purpose is in life. It helps open their minds to something beyond themselves, right?
Yeah, that's why it's called a medicine. The ultimate medicine, the earth's medicine.
So let's talk about your first trip.
Okay.
Back
in August.
This is an easy topic for Jeremy
back
to
in
open
August,
up and talk
huh?
about. Yeah.
Back
So this
in
is back in
August.
August. So this is only 5-6 months
Yeah.
ago. This is pre-Zero Doubt Club opening a gym. This is you first ayahuasca trip. What was prep like then? What did you expect? What happened?
Well, the prep is, we can just quickly talk about that, but you basically want to cut out red meat, pork, most, if not all, animal protein, dairy. You want to eat more whole foods, vegetables, nuts, legumes, beans.
Why do you want to cut all those things out?
Because the other foods will still be in your gut, will be in your body, and when you take the medicine, it's gonna help you purge it out. So it could alter your experience there's no such thing good or bad when you take ayahuasca, but you could get sick if you're drinking before that, or if you're taking other chemicals. You're not supposed to take any chemicals before this.
Well,
a week or
and
two.
a lot of what you just described,
Antidepressants, none of that stuff.
a lot of what you described too are toxins in our body,
Yeah.
right? And that's why you're trying to cleanse your
Yeah,
body.
you're a vessel.
out.
Ultimately, you're a vessel, and you're about to go on a journey. Your mind is going to take you and your body on a journey, and if your body is not clean, if the energy is off, it's gonna clean it out for you one way or another, and it could be unpleasant. So you want to give yourself the best chance. You want to be clean, so then your journey is more just kind of mental. I mean, it's going to be body too, but in other words, you're just not going to be as sick.
The majority, it's positive experiences, right?
Yeah, at the
When
end of the
you
day, it's
went,
always-
how many people were in your group?
There was about 15 in the group. A couple of them were not having a great experience. But again, at the end, when I talked to one of the guys who was not having a good experience, he came out better at the end. He's like, I got out what I needed to get out. I know what I needed to do.
Got it.
I know what I need to do. So it's
Nice.
always, even when your journey you classify as bad during the journey, at the end, you're going to just come out a better person.
So talk about integration after your first trip. So integration is, okay, how do you now integrate that experience? Well, actually, let's talk about the experience.
Yeah.
Because the experience is fascinating.
So yeah, I went to
Tell the
Soul
story.
Quest in Orlando. I'm going there again. The way that they have it set up is you drink Friday at 8. You have the option of drinking Saturday at 10 a.m. and then you drink Saturday evening at 8. So it's condensed. It's condensed. There's a lot of work. You're having 3 ceremonies in 2 days. Usually it's 1 ceremony in 2-3 days you're going somewhere. Maybe
Right.
it's just for the week you're only drinking once. So it's condensed and it takes a lot out of you. So the first time I drank, I went in pretty high up there in consciousness, actually with what a lot of people like they're searching for. And ayahuasca gave me the gift of showing me that my very first time. And the best way to explain it is for 2.5 hours, I was floating around in the cosmos and feeling as one, as a whole, as part of the universe, as Earth is me and I am Earth, as this is all a game. We're literally playing a game with the creator, with the source.
Explain that just a little bit more. So like you're just looking at planet Earth like it's a video game.
Exactly.
And we're all so little, and almost like any action in a video game doesn't really matter at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Positive, negative, whatever else. We're all just these little characters in a video game.
Yep.
Right? And you just started laughing. And
of how simple it was, because I was getting this. It's not even like I was hearing words. It's almost like I was hearing it through, what's it called? Telepathy. What's it called?
Telepathy.
Telepathy.
Yeah.
And whatever was speaking to me was saying, like, look, this is a game to experience, to manifest, to create love. And that's all we're here for. And we're just here to have fun and to do it.
Right.
And then I'm feeling this intense, what it means to feel like this highest level of love or energy. The word, we don't know what the word is, but it's like this ultimate like love feeling. And
so it's almost like, why do we live a life of stress?
Yeah.
And yelling at some guy who cut you off, and like we're all just part of this little huge universe. We're little in this huge universe, and we all obviously make a difference, but the point is that the short time that we have on this ridiculous time spectrum, and
no time, infinite. That's the other
time,
thing too.
Infinite space, infinite whatever else. We're all so little that why stress? Why? So it's like everyone knows why stress and just be positive, but you took it to a whole new level of life is not about that at all. It's all about love and happiness and enjoying yourself the short time that we're here. And that's so powerful, and you've shared that with our clients and me.
Yeah.
And I keep coming back to it all the time. It's powerful.
Yeah. So I mean, what I think that is it's a rewiring in the brain, and it shows you where you're from, your true who you are, what you are. Okay?
Right.
You don't know being conscious of it now because it's been blocked from our ego from birth. It's just blocked. We're cut off from it. We're cut off from the truth. And our ego keeps cutting us off and keeps making us being further away from the truth.
Ego, fear.
That's part of it. That's
Yeah.
part of it. The ego creates all the fear, all the anxiety. When you're in the other state, your true essence state of, again, what ayahuasca showed me, there is no fear. There is no actually ego, because literally I felt like I was just everything, if that makes sense.
Everything but nothing.
Everything.
Everything
Yeah,
but nothing.
Exactly.
Insignificance. Insignificance sounds negative.
And no,
Like-
not insignificance. The opposite of we are this. We just are this.
Oh, we're connected to this whole.
We're the whole thing.
Universe, and we're connected to an infinite amount of time.
Yeah.
Alive or not alive, we're connected to an infinite amount of time and the entire universe.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, and that's
really-
another thing that plant medicine shows you too, is it like puts you in the experience of infinite. Like you feel it, like like whoa, like I'm a part of this. This is my true essence, what I am.
Right.
And then the ego tells you, no, you're gonna die at 70 and have some sort of a disease or something, and and be in the nursing home and all that stuff. That's what it does, and that's why people worry about time, and they always say that, oh, there's only, my life is, I'm in my 50s, my 60s, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. It doesn't matter. You'll come back anyways. Another thing that ayahuasca has shown, not personally myself, but definitely thousands of other people, is the whole birth-death cycle and reincarnation.
Sure.
I mean, there's stories of someone, and again, one of our clients who's going with me, this is his third time. The first time, he had an experience where he knew for a fact that he was born, he had a previous life. He was in that experience and he knew it. So his brain remembered it, but it's been blocked from childbirth.
Wow.
And you hear stories now. There's a book about this doctor that had 2,800 patients, most of them kids, that told him stories about that they knew that they lived a previous life.
Right.
And he verified it on several stories. For example, like one kid knew that he was an elderly woman that lived in this town, okay, and lived in this house. And he went to that town and that house, and he met the people that lived there and said, oh yeah, that was our aunt who died like 10 years ago.
Oh my God.
And the kid just pointed it out perfectly. How? So that's another thing, is like, if you know, and it's one thing that, I believe in reincarnation, but when you actually know and experience it, then it makes this life just not as important as we make it seem. It's still an important life, but
because it's in our conscious, it's not in our subconscious. Well, I said that wrong. Because what's conscious to us is how our brain is wired. What's in our subconscious is what ayahuasca helps get out.
Is the true who we are.
Is that feeling of, I'm reincarnated, I believe in it, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Then you go deeper and
Exactly.
see what it is and start relating to it, which is amazing. All right, so by the way, like I just said, that story of you seeing the universe and seeing how we're so insignificant but yet significant part of it is so eye-opening and life-changing for me. I'm just saying, I think about it a lot. So it's really interesting. And so part of how you've integrated your experience is the ripple effect, right? Is how you have taught others, how you have helped others, including me, so thank you. How else have you integrated your first experience in your day-to-day?
I mean, it's definitely helped me just, chill the fuck out. I mean, because I've, again, if you know my story, always anxious
I think we're
and
live
nervous.
on Facebook.
Oh, sorry.
Whatever.
All right.
They
But
might ban
that's
us
it.
for 90 days.
Look, that's a big thing, because I think most of us, if not all of us, just want to learn how do we just relax and just chill and not look at things too stressful or serious.
Right.
And I definitely think there's been some rewiring in my brain for that, especially in the past 2 years. So, integration it's ongoing. Again, there's still a lot for me to learn about what I am, who I am. I feel like there's still more, rewiring that can be done as well. And I'm just, I am carrying it on. I'm integrating with our clients because they ask me questions. They're interested. I think the list is growing for potentially doing like a retreat within, we'll see 6 months or so from now, and see who want to go. I've also done tepes grite. I think I told you about that.
Right.
That's a little bit different. It still comes from the same, family. It's a resin from a bark from a tree that grows in the Amazon. You smoke it, and because it's straight to the blood-brain barrier, you're right into what it's going to show you, but it's fast. It's like ayahuasca's 4 to 8 hours, tepes grite is like 15 to 30 minutes. But what that showed me is the creative intelligence behind the consciousness. So this is why I know that it's not just hallucination, because when you're in it, you know that this is what you are, but you can't explain it fully. So it's like diving into your entire brain and seeing it. So if you can imagine, you're going in your brain and you see everything. So you see birth, you see death, but not in so much visualizations, but kind of understanding.
Right.
And again, it just shows you. And it almost like forces the rewiring to happen right away, versus ayahuasca might be a little bit slower of a process. So because it's 15 to 20 minutes, like boom, a couple times that I did it, and like this energy or whatever left my body. I don't want to say it's energy, but maybe it's blocked energy is what it is actually. just left my body.
Right.
And what I attribute that is the brain is rewiring itself. So because the brain's rewiring itself, now it's fixing the body, because all disease or blockages or pain is caused from the mind going into the body, and now you're rewiring your mind so it's leaving your body instantly.
Right.
You don't need any prescription drugs. You don't need to be on freaking Xanax for 10 years and all that stuff, because I've tried that stuff. It doesn't work. Trust me.
Right. Many have tried, and it has not helped. Why are you going again?
Again, why not? I'm not no expert in this. I've only been to one retreat and drank it 3 times. There's more to do. There's more to learn. Each time I feel like I am learning something about myself. So why not continue to learn more? And again, rewire the brain more. I don't know if I got all of my blocked energy out. Who knows? So we'll find out. We'll find out on part 4.
It does when you're living life and you're in that rat race. You do feel blocked. You do feel like you do feel the stress, the ego, the negativity, the hardness of life, the how small it's almost like you live life opposite of what ayahuasca does.
Exactly. So if you haven't experienced the other side of life, which is the pure bliss, the love, the nature, the energy, the freedom, and you're stuck in that rat race for so many years, then you lose hope. You lose belief that there is a greater purpose for all
this. That's how your brain's wired.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So again, and you can get to this point of becoming more clear and getting to the true essence of what we are through meditation, through yoga, through breath work, through working out, through running in nature, through plant medicine. There's other ways to do it. The point is, though, if you feel this way, depressed, angry, sad, you can change it. We're the only ones who have the power. Nothing out in the outside environment can help change it. It could give you temporary gratification, but then the next day or a week later, you're going to be back to feeling it again.
Right.
So it's just the work. It's literally the work of undeveloping the mind.
Right. Which, again, ayahuasca does faster than what it would be on, and that's why you're going again.
That's why I'm going again, yes.
Continue to work and
it's research and development, for zero doubt.
And cut corners.
It's research and development.
But okay, so what are you hoping? What's your expectation going in? Do you? I get it. You're trying to keep an open mind. I know you.
I literally have zero expectations.
You think it's going to be more of?
No, I think it's going to be different every time. Every time you go on the journey, it's different.
So no more video game.
Who knows? I can't predict. It's whatever the medicine wants to show me at that time. There's no way of predicting it. And
I love that. I love that it's going to show me what I need to see at the time.
Yeah,
is what you said. That's awesome.
Now I'm putting myself in the best odds for a pleasant experience. So
no doubt.
But it is what it is.
Got it. Man, so you're flying out tomorrow, Friday. You're gonna. When's the first experience? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow night.
Yeah. And then Saturday all day. Sunday is relax.
Sunday just relax and integrate. Monday relax and integrate, and then we'll come back next week and hopefully do the part 2.
Why'd you say that?
I'm just messing with you. Maybe I'll stay in Orlando. Hey, there's new visions that could be shown and seen and all that stuff. So no, I'm just messing with you.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, anyone who wants whatever we missed, there's tons of research and documentaries, and again, you can go back and listen to the previous podcasts about the ayahuasca journey.
But that's why we did decide to go live today. Was he's flying out tomorrow, and we wanted to share this instead of getting it edited and whatever else, but just go live. share it. And if you guys have any questions, by all means, DM Jeremy. We'll try to answer him before he leaves. No promises.
I'm not answering before I leave.
No promises, or when he gets back.
When I get back.
And then we'll do another podcast. I don't know, live or not live.
We'll see.
We'll see. Whatever the universe tells Jeremy.
Whatever the universe tells.
We'll decide on. So wishing everyone a happy, healthy rest of the week and weekend.
Enjoy the warm weather. I heard it's coming. As soon as I fly out, it's like coming. I heard it's gonna be
really?
like 60 on Saturday and 65 on Sunday.
I'm gonna go for a run without you.
Heck yeah, you should.
You're my new running partner. But okay.
All right, guys. Thanks. See ya.
See ya.
Boom. Ayahuasca.
Wait, what?
Okay, discard view insights.
Dude, I don't even know what I have.
I know. You can't even save it. Look, view in live archives.
Hold on.